I have this cup thermos, and for my project, I wanted to figure out how much the lid actually held in the heat. So let's run some experiments and figure it out. I first ran 2 experiments collecting data for 10 minutes without the lid and with the lid. I made sure to have the same starting temperature for both experiments. So here you can see the data. I collected the temperature at 1-minute intervals for 10 minutes. When graphing this, you can see a significant increase in the slope for the case without a lid. There is a 13-degree difference between the ending temperatures of both experiments. With some calculations, we can see the heat loss over the 10 minutes, and we can see a 288.8% increase of heat loss when there's no lid. So obviously the lid's very important. So what's going on here? There are 4 mechanisms here for heat loss out of the top. There's evaporation, convection, radiation, and conduction, putting the heat from the water to the surrounding air. This thermos is double-walled with a vacuum, so we can assume no heat is getting lost to the sides of the bottom. A lid holds air in the thermos. This air quickly heats up, and then starts transferring its heat into the lid, which then goes into the surroundings. This slows down the heat transfer process because the temperature difference between the water and the air it's touching has decreased significantly. So the thermos holds more heat. I decided next to run a longer experiment. I wanted to see what the time difference was for both cases to get to a goal temperature. I again carefully made sure that both starting temperatures were the same, and then I timed how long it would take for each case to reach 80 degrees. I ran the with a lid case off camera, and it took 1 hour to reach 80 degrees. Here I am checking the temperature, 8 minutes into the experiment. You can see we're still a little too hot. And you can see here it took 10 minutes without the lid to drop the 18 degrees Celsius. Remember, with the lid it took 1 hour. That's a 500% increase in time, so the longer experiment shows even better performance with the lid. So what I learned is if you want to hold in the heat, the science shows to put a lid on.